Hi everyone, I'm Justin,
And I'm Ivy.
and this is just a quick testimonial for Jeff and everybody down at Down Under Visa. I'm sure, like many of you, you've all been in our boots. We've recently come here to Sydney, and yeah, just wanted to let you know our experience working with Jeff and just how everything sort of turned out.
Well, we actually tried doing this by ourselves, so we started trying to do a tourist visa, and then it got denied, and we didn't know why. But so afterwards, we decided, okay, well then, why don't we try getting a professional to help us? So we asked a number of, so we inquired at a number of migration agents online, and Jeff was one of the first people to reply to us. So I sent him the letters that I got from the embassy why I was denied, and he took a look at them, and then without charging any fee, he told us what was wrong, and then he told us some options we had to kind of proceed with our fiancé visa.
Yeah, we knew we were sort of onto the right track because a lot of other companies that we approached wouldn't, give us time of day without a $200 startup fee. And yeah, Jeff was very helpful from the get-go. Immediately, we were getting, feedback and just sort of saying, hey, that's not really a problem. Just, as Jeff often says, be 100% honest. And yeah, nothing can really go wrong. And that's probably the most important part when dealing with your visa is, as long as everything's out of the woodwork, everything's 100% legitimate, and you're not hiding anything, there's nothing to be afraid of. And yeah, we certainly felt that Jeff and his team down at Down Under Visa really, knew their stuff because, they gave us a really detailed sort of checklist, and we worked our way through that. And I'm sure, like a lot of others, we always thought to ourselves, does he really need all this? It seems very excessive. It can be time consuming, especially for like me. I didn't have a lot of those papers on hand, so I had to really go out of my way to find them all and collate them all. But once it was all done, it was just sort of good to know that once I sent those off to Jeff, that he'd handle it all from there.
Yeah. So basically, I had some issues with the papers too. Jeff asked me to go back and forth and send a couple of packages, and I thought, oh, okay. It's I already sent this, but then he wants another copy because it isn't clear. And then it's Justin kept on telling me, yeah, it's you should just follow whatever he says. And I was like, yeah, I realize that it's well, he knows better, so it's no matter what he asked for, I really went out of my way to send it, so it's the application would be complete.
Yeah, and once those are sent off, the hardest part is definitely the waiting.
Yeah.
It sucks, I know. We both know, because we waited 9 months for our application to pull through. And, contrary to popular belief, you can't just call them up and say, hey, where's my application at? Can you speed things up? Because the embassy doesn't work that way. You're not the only couple out there waiting for their result. You must understand there are thousands of other applications every year from not just the Philippines but lots of other countries, and they have to work their way through all of those. So it's just luck, really. But you should know that with 100% confidence that Jeff does guarantee the success. I mean, his track record definitely shows that. So as long as you follow his steps, you've got nothing to be afraid of. It's just a matter of waiting. And Jeff is not your enemy, the embassy is not your enemy, and you're definitely not each other's enemies. I know Ivy and I had a little couple of disputes about that. Why don't you call the embassy? Why don't you find out what's happening? Well, no, I won't call the embassy, and no, I won't find out what's happening, because that's not really what happens there. But anyway, so 100% gotta say we're really happy with the folks down at Down Under Visa, and thanks to them we're right here in Sydney. Thank you once again, Jeff, Jeremy, and Mila. Thank you for all the time and effort that you've put together for Ivy and myself. We really believe that we couldn't have done it without you. And for all the questions you've answered, for all the time that you've put into it. You know, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. You know, if you think that you have a lot of work to do, like, you know, Ivy and I thought we had a lot of work, they definitely had about 10 times that. So thank you very much, Jeff, and everyone. And yeah, keep up the good work.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.